Hey guys, regular LH pouring in. Today we're gonna be playing some Prince Sigvald. Still trying to see what's it called, the Demon Prince of Corn. On the dead we got Tyrion's campaign, and hopefully the Scar's campaign is gonna get fixed. Copium. Hey Jonicus, hey Tours. Sujek brought back Howdy. That's one that's definitely not a city slicker.
Oh my god!
Thank you, Jilgaf.
Have you seen that shit? Holy
Yoo-hoo.
shit! What the hell?
Yoo-hoo! Hey, bro. Where were we? I like the look of Ultuan. This is like one campaign is like Ultuan is like reign supreme. The other campaign is like Ultuan is fucked, literally. Hey guys, I'm new here. This stream any good, or should I just keep watching Fenrir? Keep watching Fenrir. I recommend Arcade and Nerd also. Bye. Hey Grunga. 40,000 for Howdy. Look at that city slicker Wunschler. City Slicker Initiative. Like, no matter how many there are here, there's always one city slicker ready to strike. I miss when we could say we watch KC. Who? So, 5 military allies, a ridiculous amount of enemies, and look at that trade empire of chaos. Trading slash demonettes all over the place. And this one, Grimgor is rank 1. Still, Daniel's rank 5. Dwarves, 28 settlements, 19. They're still doing okay. Looks like they're taking some losses. I think this is at the start of return.
Behold, elven beauty.
We need to wait for the Celestial Lord. I remember. We need to get the Celestial Lord back so we can switch this army. Demon Prince. Oh, he's back. He is back.
Despoil.
Okay, take this. What's this? Blasted Standard. 5 missile resistance to the assigned unit, and it gets shields. Interesting. It's not a bad one, just a little bit. Should be a little bit better. Like missile resistance 10%, and the shield should be like 24. So it's a good idea, but it's not good enough. You have to understand that there are limited slots on these items, and 20 units in battle.
Who are these grotesque readers?
I didn't know we didn't have enough moment.
You dare.
Well, it's like one turn. We lost a turn here because of that. And we have a replenishment here. Works sometimes, that Nurgle one. Yeah, I should have checked the movement first, but yeah. No big deal. No big deal.
beautiful decision.
Just one turn lost here.
Handsome and lethal.
It was a good seg, but it's not like we needed stuff here. We can do more stuff in less time at this point. Not really care about more funds. Although it's hard to not seg some of these things sometimes. Like 20,000 for one turn. I think that's good.
Avert your eyes.
Avatar of Straklon. These islands here. But for some reason, these guys have immunity to attrition from not having a region.
Lord of Slanesh, Decadence calls.
There's not really an area that belongs to us.
Lord of Slanesh.
Or we can do anything about it. It's 3 ports, it's really bad.
I cannot rewrite reality. Far beneath an archmage.
Exquisite.
But those guys don't suffer attrition while traveling around, and they behave like a horde.
Ascended. There
Let's
shall
try to catch them and see what
be
happens.
winds of pain.
I'm curious.
Make sail. Pleasure, pain, perfection, exquisite decadence.
Beyond even Parish.
Exalt me.
It's the corn gatting. It's currently active. Some healings are actually not bad for these guys. Kind of Everlasting Conquest is just so good. So good.
Chaos incarnate.
I will open next turn. I'm still hoping to see something cool out from the eye.
I bring despair.
What has been this one doing? Just sailing the coast, huh? Those guys are avoiding them. I have somebody in range here, right? Yeah, this one. Oh, I think I can still retreat. It's a high elves.
Even the Lawmaster could
But
not.
Los Mazmud has an army, so he might not retreat. We'll see. Bunch of pussies.
Prince.
These guys are bugged out. We need to take Forbidden Citadel to fix that thing. Alcin Bill Jr. is going to go destroy Wintertooth.
I go where I please.
It looks like the wounded are exalted hero.
Chaos needs pawns. The demonic host. Death bring.
And Talcin, that's the Arzinch guy. Poke to the dwarves here.
Sinch's will.
This is a good composition against the dwarves.
Destruction awaits.
Don't underestimate the military presence in the area, they might send a lot. Although Krakadrak, yeah, they could have 3 armies on top of us. Just go slow here, we don't have any scouts. Should get a scout here.
My prayers are answered.
By eldritch winds, yes.
By the eldritch I see.
Ah, that's the shadow guy. Shadow guy that replaced Kyle, I think. We're here to overwhelm Ult One
Let's be about this.
and then into Bretonium. This is the
Lord
corn
of
guy.
Slanesh.
Pleasure for pleasures. Path of excess.
Not sure where he is.
Scion of excess. Yes, I desire it.
It's a nice rebellion spot here.
Pleasure seeker. I bear gifts of pain and pleasure.
Actually making things worse by being in the city. Just getting back in 5 turns. Kalak the far side is still with us for 5 turns. We do have a pretty good allegiance with this faction, so we might get him back immediately. He's been getting hunted by the Gorse armies.
Done.
We can permanently have this guy, as long as he doesn't get replaced by the leader. His army got quite experienced over time. Maybe we can add a couple more units. Li Zhu.
Yes, Lord.
Zhu. See if anything in the water up there.
Slanesh.
Hey, Chief. This is so bizarre. So bizarre.
Lord of Slanesh.
There is nothing else for these guys to do.
As Slanesh wills. Promise of pain. For the Dark Prince.
Kinda ridiculous with all this. Is really kinda ridiculous. The corruption and those two lords just idling there.
Ah, the slaughter begins. Bathe in battle. Blood for the blood god. No. I'll slaughter. Combat to the death.
We get some experience this guy. Who's this? Unmerciful Reflexes Exalted Hero. Nothing special here. Let's get him Nurgle.
Nurgle elevates me.
We got 2 good ones, 1 crop. Bad. I'll still have him on the campaign. Cormac is back. What was the end of the turn?
The demonic host.
I love this armor. So we do have a lot of favor as a chaos currency, and we got materials at sea. This brings me real pain, and I'm supporting the Star Horse at CA, but modifications are there to make the game convenient and have quality of life. Not the other way around, CA. Not the other way around. Meanwhile, we didn't get asked about this one or this one. Pretty much broken notifications. Building armor available, checked. So not only they are not working as intended, but you have to burn money because you cannot turn off those upgrades. You would think they would at least sort of quality of life in their games, because you know they kind of suck at metagame. They are, you know, all about that, you know, polish of quality and how the units look and sound.
Witness my beauty.
There goes.
Malevolent Lord. Marauders all.
That's it for this turn. I'm having a dentist tomorrow. Wish me luck. I haven't been to a dentist, like dentist in 16 years. But I had one tooth removed because of a serious infection in 2016. It started to be, you know, like I was trying to do anything not to go to dentist while I had insurance. And once I didn't get insurance, not anymore, and prices skyrocketed, then it became the money issue. Having two near-death experiences, literally just these fears stopped existing. Only takes, you know, once to die, you know, being close to death. But I had two, and these fears stopped existing. No, looks like the guy's gonna get killed. That's unlucky. Yeah. They got my guy. And puppets gave him spawns. Well, what can you do? Bad RNG. They declare war, and this guy was right next to be attacked. Kala creep. Funny how always this Rayla gets attacked, but we are the ones being focused. Another ally that got attacked. Every single time. I have never seen it otherwise. Looks like those eastern colonies are just gonna get overrun by some factions. How do you make a vassal there? They have no border. For some reason, slash corruption on the campaign map fries my GPU. What do you mean fries, shit wizard? Is it make it hot? And how hot? GP at 80 Celsius, well, if you have one of the new ones, it's normal. My one is working at 80 C. There's no way we can kill the Mortis engine and the Terror guys. No way, it's impossible. This guy alone is also crazy. Cannot resolve, just cause some damage. We should not really worry about GPU running in the 80s, really. Goes over 90 consistently, then you need to worry. And then you're gonna have shit airflow in the case. Or something else is off. Right now my GPU is at 76. Memory at 78. That's pretty normal for this one. My 1080 Ti worked at 78 at 100%.
I forbid
Always.
you to look upon this beautiful visage.
Always been 78. The 380 is like 5C warmer.
Exquisite death.
For some reason, the memory on the 3000 series gets really hot.
Vile, ugly creatures.
That's what happened when you
unfitted for
then put that
life.
at such high
Why
speed.
do you seek parley with the magnificent?
You set everything to max? No, I didn't put everything to max. A couple of settings I could still put to max if I wanted to, but I want very high FPS on some situations. Like I want to have better FPS in those very large battles. But I could put some things still even higher, like the shadows to extreme and anti-aliasing to higher quality. But I don't do those. Those would make FPS drop in very large battles. Hey, Koskus. What the? What in the? Ah, boys! God dang, Grand Pepe is such a fucking joke. When will Grand Pepe stop being such a fucking joke? I wanna be scared when he comes. Ooh, items. Ooh. I think this is the first time we got items here. I like the Avantgardes. We get it open now 12 turns on. I guess you get 10 and get 5 turns every time. What? In the... God damn it, game!
Korn demands blood.
I get excited over nothing. Why Why doesn't shit work in this game? Probably because it doesn't belong to this faction and they assigned it but didn't double check if it's a general item or a, you know, faction specific. Let's not confuse those casuals at CA. Doesn't and don't. My least favorite words this year. Fuck that, those words. Doesn't work, don't work. And those slackers at CA. Embrace of defense. Is that a Dark Elf item? Force of Chaos, I regards the dilemma my underlings, which sometimes grants items, doesn't give all shown items. I had a event showing it would give one brace of defense along with 2 other items, but it only gave the other. Goodbye, Alice. This thing's supposed to be giving special items and is broken, it looks like. It's like dwarves getting forbidden arcane items. And well, they fix the armor bug. Oh damn. I'm not playing with that fire. I haven't entering the house. I love that item. I love that item. That is an amazing item. She's gonna get nerfed. Mark my words. Mark my words that she's gonna get nerfed. They always nerf the fun stuff. This item reminds me of you know what? Hopefully there are no CS spies here hearing, but Mark of Zinch. You guys remember the old Mark of Zinch? It was light, in the darkness that was Warriors of Chaos campaign back in Warhammer 1 days and Warhammer 2 days for a bit. And it got fucked. 20% ward save better. And then Kolek had 25% ward save skill. 20% Talisman Preservation, 10% ward save Armor of Destiny. Oh, those days. I put a mark that's got fixed or changed or something. And in what update? Like in the Realm of Chaos campaign, if you check the list.
Lord of Fear, I command.
Excellent.
I like having Malus as a vassal.
Speak.
Rogue.
Okay, where were we? Let's see Ulton situation.
Let us corrupt.
Okay, so what we want to do here? Want to send Sigvald to see how broken he is, and we have to put in a proper test environment. Proper test environment for Sigvald. The user is using a Forbidden Rod. We should be adding max spell resist. This guy doesn't really benefit that much from fighting.
I foresee destruction.
We need to take Tor Everest and get an army, another army here.
We will defy you.
So far, sword is not bad for a exalted hero of Nurgle.
You have my promise. You need a boon? Annihilation awaits.
We have Ogre Blade, Dawnstorm, Armor Silver Steel. Good, good, good. Legion. It's poop. Shield is actually better than that guy.
We shall weave the fates. Demon Prince.
I am Slanesh's scion. Yes.
Fuck, we're never gonna see how broken this is if we don't just solo. What the hell do we not get Banner of Swiftness this campaign? Can we get in a scenario where we actually take extra damage? I won't. Let's see.
Eternal blasphemy.
Despoilers come.
I'll have your soul. prince of Slaanesh.
For chaos.
This is gonna be a better example.
I have risen.
Who are these grotesque ones?
Well, we can see how we can push this so much, but it is definitely broken. And we can see the Demon Prince of Corn, and this will conclude this campaign. You're not gonna see much of Demon Prince of Corn or Corn side of things until Valkyr's campaign one day. But you know, we'll save these things for later.
My god's call! Charge! Yes! Bring carnage!
Actually hitting the tree there, wow.
Close on the sheep!
You will not stop us!
Run, you dogs!
Guardians of Order, attack!
Faster!
How they're running faster at that angle? High speed.
Tremble, mortals! Now is our time!
Anyways, back in the Warhammer Online, we got some
Quickly!
dungeon here, low-level dungeon,
Move on them!
and there's no loot here, unfortunately. We're only full geared, full epics.
So be it!
Here, patch the game with legendaries.
Now! Give us ruin! Faster! Our blades hunger! Kill them all! Fight!
What the? Ah, that's his ability. Let's have some coffee and nuts here. They can't even hit him. That sonic boom is nice. We should do a little bit more damage. Somebody assigned only 4 damage to this ability. good radius though. Bloomcool says, I played Manor Lord's demo for 7 hours straight yesterday, went to bed at 1:30, woke up 6 AM. Sure you did. So, what you guys been doing? I'm looking forward to that dwarf game, very atmospheric, and that disgusting horror game. Hopefully delivers, man. I need a break, a couple of days for that game. We might play another horror game. Somebody might also decide also another horror game as well. If we ever complete this goal this year. But I'm in the mood for some horror games. Subnautica, I don't like Subnautica, it gives me anxiety. Which horror game? Scorn. I don't get anxiety from Alien Isolation. I get terrified by Alien Isolation. That's different. That is the difference. Why they play this music? It sounds like a dwarf music to me. Somebody liked Lord of the Rings really a lot when they made this song. It's definitely Lord of the Rings inspired. Hopefully dwarves get some music like that. Some barbarian choirs, like, you know, when they are making Skyrim. There's a very weird balance of power assigned to this fight. How do we get extra health on Seagull? Because we need more health. I don't think Seagull has enough health. We need like a couple of million more health. We should add some more Roders to help. We can still get another 15% health for Pyrrhic victories. We got the body counter, but we're still missing the second and third tier.
precious scion.
It's called it's called Body Counter for 5% health, Bloody Soak for 10, and Weights through Gore for 20%. Yeah, we should just get some units to drop on the boss.
Unleash
Because, you know, Marauders are 120, Sigil is only one guy.
Handsome and lethal.
Should get the dogs too.
moving.
Come on, attack me. Send everything. Better Dawn. This guy is gonna stay Shadow. Duration 32 seconds. Trolls benefit from that spell, but not that much.
The gods smile. For the Reveler.
Those guys have been eliminated. It looks like this guy wants to fight. Hopefully has more armies. It's like, what's that? What the fuck is this? Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Lord of Slanesh, pleasure, pain, perfection.
How many days you got in Sigvald? About 26, I think. I'll make a count. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 27.
Path of excess. Lord of Slanesh, make sail.
The Lord of Excess commands me. Go!
My obsession is pain.
The whirlwind range there.
Ecstasy awaits. Lord of Decadence. Lord of Slanesh. March with the Prince of Chaos.
Prince,
Wintertooth, where are you going, Wintertooth?
into darkness. Prince. Lord of Corn. Death Breather.
So Juggernaut is a siege attacker. Send this guy in case somebody's ambushing here.
War and slaughter. Kill them all.
A little bit extra damage because this guy was started the fight.
You will never hold us.
Or two.
Ascended.
We can get that sort of. There it is.
The demonic host.
Come on, dwarves, land.
Shame my
Don't be like that.
Into darkness.
Yes. What do you bring before the hag sorceress? How wicked.
She loves me.
Exalted Rotbringer.
Mm. $3070, $3060.
Glorious tools of chaos.
So still broken on the explosive damage part of the missile strength. Well, I expected that.
Demon Prince of Red.
Guys, close. Almost there.
An artifact of ruin. Demon Prince. Here we prowl.
And wars here,
I
nice.
will not disgrace my ancestors.
Who's this? Monolith of Flesh?
The Masters have surely fated this meeting. What brings you here, counterpart?
Who's our military ally? We can actually check that in a turn. Guys are fleeing now. Deep sea is more dangerous than any army on the sea. This guy patrols Nagarot, so we should not get too far away from our objective. Oxia Putris. Fire? I can use fire here.
With haste.
These guys...
I bear gifts of pain.
Let them build up the army so we get more experience. I wanna see if the Slanish corruption does anything here once they disband it. It's clearly broken this faction. Especially with the team they wanted.
Here comes ruin.
There's one more campaign heroes.
Open wounds.
Single Lancer here to help with his capabilities. Some factions have like everything, some factions have nothing. Nothing.
Do not presume my patience, but speak all the same. Such delights. I have a great many things to see to, so be quick. Naturally.
The gates will be under our control. We can do way better with them. Yeah, this is important garrisons. Eric, help! It's turn 25 on Kislev and I'm at war with 8 factions. Only 8? Doesn't sound like much to me. I like normally mortal emperors. Hey, Primarch. Hey, Gal. How many enemies do we have currently? 33. Can't believe those guys did it.
Marauders all.
Ram Pepe, what a fucking joke. Will we ever experience a strong Ram Pepe? This is getting overwhelmed here by these Norskans, and what he does is sailing to Ulton. Hexoatl, the city of the sun. Who cares about that city? Let's go to Ulton, find a garrison, settlement with 5-unit garrison. Why this notification is broken? What's going on here? Yep. Nope. Nope. We have sequel potentially attacked by a lot of armies next turn. Yep. No, yep. Nope. Maybe we have extra. Oh. Yeah. What you doing these days, shit wizard? You playing anything new? I'm ready to play something else for a bit, but I'll wait for Scorn release. Play Judgment. Oh. Please tell me that's not what I think it is. Etno manager. Okay, let me then Google this judgment thing. Judgment. Yeah, that's a terrible name for a game. Judgment on Steam. So you're in those Yakuza type games, huh? Where the fuck these guys come from? I literally had the sea discovered around us. Goddamn dwarves camouflaging on them islands.
War is a
Where the fuck these guys come from?
obligation.
What the? You guys, there was no army there. We had the vision over the sea. We got to control the ports. What the fuck? Well, let's make a fun prediction here. How many kills on the pigs? Our pigs. How many kills on... hold on. How many kills on our bacon calf? Over 80... 80 and under. Single have unbreakable. Everybody in his army is expendable, except the characters. But he has the highest leadership in the game of any character. Unless the game bugs, the sequel cannot get routed. Because you can't get army losses from expendable units on a 100+ leadership character. I've never seen that happen.
Face me!
Don't tell anybody, guys, but I'm a fan of bacon cavalry. It just sucks so hard I can't really enjoy using it.
Sigvald!
This is it! Shift it!
Charge them! We serve the gods! The gods demand it!
What I promised these boys to make them turncoat, I promised them they can kill a lot of their own boys.
Run, boys!
Instead of killing nothing.
Mortal fool!
Here we go! Bring it on!
Stop or die! Bring carnage! Chaos Marauders!
Moving fast! Bring decay!
But those guys did damage.
Yes?
110 charge. What? How the fuck they have 110 charge?
Chaos comes! For the Chaos Gods! Give us ruin!
This fight!
They will succumb! All will be despoiled!
Choppers ready!
We should end some missions at this point.
Where's
I'm about to
the
get murdered.
threat?
My gods call!
Shifted!
Attend me! Now is our time!
That was a mega damage in that charge. I have no idea how this unit have 110 charge.
Run, boys! Lordy!
So be it!
Why are we taking damage?
The Dark Gods command
Two
me.
characters? I gotta be two characters, cause it's impossible to hit that consistently.
Slay every mortal! Tremble, mortals! Deliver
Had to
slaughter!
be two characters.
War boys! Moving fast!
For the Chaos Gods! Rah!
Ready to bash!
Begin the reaping!
Those guys have massive anti-infantry bonus, I forgot about that. Yeah, they have like 40 anti-infantry, that's crazy.
Ready!
Forgot about that. So they hit Sigvald a little bit more often.
War boys!
Chaos Marauders! Your will!
But they still got smacked.
The war is here!
Chaos Marauders! What?
So those guys were actually doing a good damage. They locked on Sigvald and they were actually hitting him.
All will be
They had
despoiled.
a decent low chance to hit him. I think it was around 20%.
Chaos Marauders!
And since there were two of them, one man I might have had a higher chance.
Here to fight!
That's what the masters bid.
Warboard!
Slay every mortal. So be it.
Oh, still a lot of damage in the crowd.
Tremble, mortals.
Warboard!
I do as you bid.
Pigs are kind of disrupting our attacking there.
Who wants ya?
My gods call.
I have currently no other unit that can do damage to Sigvald. Only those characters had a chance.
Chaos comes.
Rigged? What is rigged?
For the Chaos God.
Pigs is not fighting. Well, you're trying to predict if they're gonna have over 80 or 80 or under. Which is bad.
Slay every mortal. Kill them!
Been a bad prediction.
Yes!
We had a great time!
All will be hell! Tremble, mortals!
Policeman!
I send the pigs, they get killed by their own pigs. So there's no point sending them right now.
My Dark Prince calls.
The war is here! Smash him!
Chaos comes!
They would not die, they would just rout there. And they might have been from an army that was marching anyways.
All will be despoiled!
Ready! Shifted! Choppers out!
Crazy how fast this units lose vigor. We're never gonna get Pyrrhic victors anymore, I think. Maybe because those units got killed, it will count towards body counter. We did behave differently. Oh, nice sort of bloodshed for this one. That guy was actually doing damage. 97. Yeah, we might need to get way more units for bloody, and it's gonna be tough in act all the time. Guess we could hide the rest of the army to get a bunch of marauders or and stuff like that.
For the Chaos Gods!
Tremble, mortals!
The squid gives massive anti-infantry. So sad seeing the Dark Elves without Black Arcs. Heroic when you have crushed the enemy completely, usually with a small force. While Pyrrhic is when you're taking massive damage and still want to fight. And Festus did very good this campaign. Because Campbell split his armies. Kind of funny how they just appear out of nowhere in the middle of the ocean. So stupid they have no restrictions regarding, you know, fog of war and stuff like that. Ambush destroys them here, so we don't have to fight.
Leave nothing but gore.
10,000 favor.
You serve demons.
My true father instructs me to talk to you. It seems we may have common cause.
I have no idea how this guy's still alive. Chaos.
Demon Prince.
Over 4,000 post-battle loot last turn. Where the fuck did these guys come from?
Take me for a wazzock.
Lord of Slanesh.
Have any chariots on these guys?
Demon. This is forbidden. Not likely. Ecstasy awaits. There is favor to be had. Decadence calls. Lord of Slanesh.
Lord of
We're kind of stuck in
Slanesh.
this part of the map.
Ascended. Prince of Pain. I have rid. Ruination and death.
14.5 thousand possible loot.
We can always use bombs. Lord of Excess. For the Dark Prince. Death Bringer. Go! My servant fails me. Decadence awaits. Row, Boslanesh. Pleasure seeker. Seeking fresh conquest. My obsession is pain.
Isn't this kind of silly that we are here a little at the end of the world and they have no contact with this place? It's impossible to see this area without having an awful war, and they're still coming here.
Decadence calls.
Stuff like this is kind of fucked up.
Yes, I desire it.
There's no reason for these guys to come here because they don't know that we are here, unless there's have an awful war.
Useful.
Stupid.
Ecstasy awaits. A true gift of
Because
Slanesh.
this area is surrounded by seas and they can't tell who is here.
Drink deep of their agony.
Don't think so. I refuse. Demon Prince. Stop pushing it. Lord of Korn! The demonic host. Let the slaughter commence! Exalted of Korn! Slaughter!
136 casualties here. And our Cillian is taking damage, it's hilarious.
Put them in chains! Fight for Karl!
Okay, here we go.
Annihilation awaits!
Damn, he looks cool. Roll the burning body, huh? I say flaming attacks without the burning body. Definitely impressive stats, for sure. Double frenzy, very impressive. Like on the base, it looks like even better than the Slanesh guy. But does he fight properly in the fight? Damn! Look at this. I think this one is broken though. But we're all 3 good ones here. Have to see how he fights in battle. Between weapon strength and gets ward save build up in melee. It's some campaign wound range +10% after winning a battle. It's gotta be just for him, it doesn't specify though. It's pretty much the same. Fight or die. This one should be really like 3 to 5 corruption at the end of the one. At least just one guy, so using this instead. Doesn't scale better for support stuff. It says Hateful Corruptor. Campaign movement range +20% after winning a battle, but it doesn't specify. These things are supposed to be faction-wide. Supposed to be. At least the way the wording goes. He doesn't have Mr. Resistance skill. All the 3 other ones have it, but not this guy.
Demon Prince!
It sucks. It doesn't have a missile resistance skill. This is nothing special. He only has 25 there here. At least it has 15 base for some reason.
Useful adornments.
On spirit, no missiles. I'll have the sister all one. What do we have here?
Glorious tools of chaos. Demon Prince of Corn!
Begone!
Ascended!
No, I will not
Howdy.
shame my clan.
True demonic glory. damned with power. Chaos incarnate! Chaos incarnate! Roll to war! I serve the Blood God!
Bring ruin.
This is a Grombril campaign.
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit? Holy
Probably gonna be
shit.
next year.
What the hell?
Penny's Raptor.
Attend me! Kill the Southerners! That's what the Masters bid. The Dark Gods command me! Very well, fool!
Prince of Perversion!
Timely.
Chosen of Nurgle! Close up a ship! Spreading destruction! Sends me forth. Chaos unleashed! The Plague Lord's wrath!
What? Sigvald the Magnificent! Immortal caress!
I'm moving. Attack! None will stop you! Indeed, my prince! Sorcerer of Slanesh! Taste the unbridled ecstasy!
What the fuck? We have so much charge going on. I don't. What the hell's going on?
Savage duty!
What the fuck is this?
Herald of indulgence! Conquest!
Must be the event going on.
Sorcerer of Slanesh!
That is Slayer
As
something on.
Slanesh wills! Chosen of Nurgle!
'Virulent warfare! War!
'Virulent warfare! 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 'Virulent
And the Lancer almost look good with this charge. Look at this, they can kill Quarrelers in 20 seconds.
Lord of excess. We are the plague. Sickly torment. The spell is cast. Annihilate them! We love the sick. Demon Prince!
So I really want kill his lover.
The Dark Prince empowers me! Their flesh! All will be hell! My pleasure! Virulent warfare! The Geld Prince speaks. Attack! Chosen of Nurgle. Attack! Harbinger of hedonism. Ready to defile. Yes! Move!
So, Night Goblin Skighopper, my bad, Night Goblin Warboss on a Squig has 40 anti-infantry. A Demon Prince of Khorne with 2 massive axes has 15 anti-infantry.
Sorcerer of Slanesh, with elegance and style, as you desire.
All will be despoiled.
Dark Sorcerer, Harbinger of Threat, indubitably. Taking action.
Man, they got 5 kills. What did they hit? Hit 2. I find it very unlikely they killed any of the Chosen. Especially with all the healing. Must have been just bad RNG on the rolls. Anti got hit. Because how the Dwarf Floor consistently hits the same guy 3 times?
Who are these grotesqueries?
Demon Prince. Glorious tools of chaos.
I am Slanesh's scion.
The demonic host. Move! Chaos plies the seas. Ascended.
Yeah, it's correct. The charge is correct. It was just the 20, 12, 5. And this one had the Rampage standard.
Witness my beauty. The Dark Prince wishes. Are you a god? Handsome and lethal.
I'll take Pyrrhic Victory here. Master and Commander. Ooh, blood-soaked.
Demon Prince! Killing will be all the easier. I'll make it brutal. Demon Prince of Mid.
Avert your eyes.
Kind of funny he taking that much damage in the fight, considering.
I'll have your soul.
I am Slanesh's scion. Kill them all.
I'm gonna get the ring, boys, before this battle. This is a tricky one, boys. What if Sigvald's healing will finally not trigger non-heroic victory? What if he finally goes down? What if Elich fucks it up? That's, you know, a lot of random shit that can happen. Can raise extremely effective in battle. The fuck? What's that unit? Extremely difficult. That's old stuff here. Like, I don't know what that unit is. Never seen that unit in my life.
Quickly! Very well, fool.
'60 model unit with poor attack and defense. There's nothing extreme about it.
Tremble, mortals! Death! That's what the masters bid.
So what is that? Was that a hit or was it just, you know, function collision?
Very well. The dark gods command me. Lead us to mortals. Run, you dogs. Fight!
The guy can actually do some damage.
Now is our time. Now. So be it. Bring carnage! The gods demand it!
They don't have fire and they can lock us.
Sigval!
The terror guys could lock this pretty badly.
Blood! Charge! Move on them! Faster! Our blades hunger! Immortal caress! Charge them! Slay every mortal!
Okay, let's hope we don't get stunlocked by the terror guys here. I do have quite a bit of knock around. We don't have fire to weaken a bit.
Attack the mortals!
Okay, that's a good lock. It's 3 regeneration guys here. We're getting constantly knocked down, pushed around. We can deal with the range, the large entities here. They also get stuck eventually in their own large entities. The undead have no attack to hit Sigvald. Like this guy has 80% chance to hit. Unless he's from behind, tries to attack from behind. They will eventually lock some damage, and that might be enough to just stun lock us. Because he can actually be in a crowd, not be able to do attack animation.
Oh my god. Have you seen that shit?
Yes! Eat their souls!
Both the terror guys and the character healed. It does look like we're getting just pushed around. Because they're just trying to click a million large units at the same time. We see a healing cap on this battle, he's not broken. But we're literally stuck in units here. A genius. We're getting sandwiched here pretty bad.
They will succumb. Kill the Southerners. We want their eyes.
I think at this point we can't even attack here.
Well. Charge. Eat their souls.
Oh, to lose this? Yes. They can surround him and he cannot attack, and he takes damage. There's so many bugs regarding this that you just lose to a bug eventually.
Immortal caress.
He's getting pushed around. He's not getting knocked down. He's getting pushed around because there's so much mass in the area. They're pushing their units into him, and it's just a lot of units in the same spot. The fact they have multiple regeneration units makes it tough here, because we have to switch attacks. It's not even worth trying to attack anything here. We have to just leave it on auto because of the old pushing.
The gods
Can't seem to hit their lord.
So be it. Deliver slaughter.
Look at all the pushing, all the large units.
That's what the masters bid. For chaos! Stop or die! Yes!
There could be a one horse between him and the Terrorgeist, and he can't hit it. Pulls a couple of attack animations just to get into position. I mean, he dealt 11,000 damage to Seagull. That's a lot of damage. Seagull is broken. I'm not talking about he's overpowered, and he's overpowered, but he's broken. When I say broken, I mean it's just broken and needs fixing. This is literally was an unwinnable battle in regular circumstances. Kind of surprised they sent the whole army like this, but the mass is actually working against us. They actually did a lot of damage because of it. Notice how when the Lord, the moment the Lord was out of the picture, they stopped doing any damage. The Lord can lock on him. When they add a new feature in the game and they don't even double check it, you gotta allow it. It's been like pretty much the pattern with Warhammer 3. Meanwhile, everything that worked from before doesn't work anymore. All new features they added, you know, it's filled with bugs. Like really bad bugs. Hey Blood Master, what is going on? We opened the console and typed God mode, and we're having fun with Sigurd. Sickle doesn't insert arcane in this kind of state. Okay. And the Black Coach did over 4,000 damage. Must have looked pretty good. So Sibyl has taken 28,184 damage. And I'll tell you how much health he has.
Who are these grotesque ones?
Currently he has... $14,700 health. 14,700 health. Is ridiculous even without the bug, but still. He has currently it's his real health pool due to how strong regeneration he has. The game doesn't tell you this, but this is his real health. This is his real health. This is how much health he has. It will still take somebody incredible to bring this down. And you have in mind that this is on ridiculous armor, shields, resistances and defense. Perfect Vigor 2 and massive debuffs to attack. So if they don't have magic, they literally has even more health. But he's not that tough. Not that tough. In a regular situation, that army would have beaten him. But due to a healing cap bug right now, it looks like he can die. The only thing that can heal him is duelist specialists that lock on him.
Despoilers come, and
loathsome and lethal. Ready.
And we can still get another 10% health, so this is not his real health. Sigvald's real health will be another 20% on his base. So Sigvald real health is another 20% on this, on the base. And I'm not sure what his base is right now. Something around 52, right? So he still gets another over 500 health, which makes him stronger regeneration and more healing cap, which makes him ridiculous on the base. The Sigvald is kind of an absurd lord, always was because of his armor. But now, due to a couple of things, it's even more absurd. Sigvald has currently 0.4 regeneration, and he can get more health. He can get another 20% more health, another 10% from Waitster Gore, and another 10% from Trort, the Unclean. So he gets another 20%, another 1000 health. Which puts his regeneration to over 30 per second. So right now, his max health would be let's calculate it, why not? So this is his max health, max possible health. 7,569. 75 is base cap, and the healing cap is 125. So without the bug, his real health due to strong regeneration is this. This is his real health. There's 17,000 health. On some of the highest armor, defense, and overall resistance in the game. 17,000 health. And he's also a small target. The problem is he doesn't have any real damage, but you can always kill heroes with him and lords. And if shit hits the fan, they will not be able to kill him, even if they kill the whole army.
Witness my beauty.
I will not. Burned with power.
Avert your eyes.
Oh, this is broken. Kinda sucks, you know, because I wouldn't want to see the healing cap. Kinda sucks. Oh, we've seen this and we've seen the Demon Prince of Corn. This campaign we achieved the long campaign victory. And I think this is good for this campaign. We're gonna leave it here and call it an end of this campaign. Call the end of this campaign. Tyrion will be played next into the horror games and the patch. If I ever go back to one of these campaigns, we'll just probably need to check some things.
The Dark Prince wishes.
But I'm very happy with the Warriors of Chaos and very happy with Sigvald. It would be nice if the Chaos gets an enchanted item that is kind of like a Mortis engine effect. That'd be cool. Not like a real Mortis engine effect like 6 and 32. It'd be like just, you know, closer to like half that. Yeah, I'm enjoying the Warriors of Chaos. You know, once the campaign gets better, we could definitely do some perversions.
Attack!
I just want to see one last thing here. This is a play their movement, right? Any way to get Sigvald AoE damage, you know, would be a good thing. Like the Sonic Boom, even if it's low damage. Any effect that gives him AoE damage would benefit him greatly.
For the Chaos Gods! Ha!
They're just pushing him here because they're all trying to attack him at the same time. I haven't played Scarbrand. But can't go wrong with infantry. The healing caps that are from like unique effects are the ones that are broken. Sigvald gets it from his armor. Hey, Colin. A lot of units constantly push him around because they're trying to attack with all the units at the same time. What's worse, they're trying to cycle charge and they're just pushing everything constantly. I hope we can continue our Scarson campaign. Put so much work to get where we were. You can see the stats on Sigvald here. That's his real stats. Currently in the Sea Battle. Gets extra leadership and attack as well, with attack from the 16 attack. You have to keep in mind he has a Banner of Rage and Frenzy equipped, so you will not see it on the campaign map. New Prince Cone, yeah, we got it earlier. I'm not impressed, but we'll play with him more with other Warriors of Chaos. Can't really get everything in unless you play a super long campaign and you know thoroughly played everything. And why should we? We haven't played other Warriors of Chaos guys, so we'll specialize more on the other guys. This one is more about Slanetia stuff.
Handsome and
So it doesn't work on the other lords or because the guy is banded. Look at the situation with Sigvald is in. He's gonna actually get attacked by so many armies in the next few turns.
Test me at your peril.
Yeah. So this campaign is done. Hopefully they fix Crooked Moon, and we're gonna be playing Tyrion now. I'm not sure how far we're gonna go with this. I'm having fun with it right now, and we are working towards a short and long campaign victory, and who knows, maybe after that, but definitely one of the victories. I don't expect to start another campaign until the patch, and there'll be some other games this month as well. But we're gonna call it for today, boys. I'm gonna go chill, watch some TV shows, and we'll be back tomorrow with Tyrion. 2 campaigns declared finished so far. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.